everybody. Welcome to Wednesday Wham. I'm hoping to be joined here by John in a little bit, maybe, hopefully. But for the meantime, we have a guest tonight. His name is Jose Fuentes. He's one of our premier artists here at Silverline, slinger of inks. He says, used to go by the Empress of Inks.
That sounds way cooler than my guy.
Here comes John.
Yay!
He just sent a message to Messenger. It pops up on my little iPad here, telling us.
Yay! Now we have enough to have a debate.
Is.
Awesome. Jose is joining us tonight to round out a nice team because Cassisi is in France. La-di-da.
Parlez-vous français?
Parlez-vous français?
I was going to make sure that's French, right? You could join the stream from across the pond, but I tried that when I was in Europe. That's rough.
Does it glitch a lot? I mean,
I meant the timeline, like
the time difference. Yeah. Peter Clinton used to do it on Sunday all the time, and I'm going, it's in the middle of the freaking night over there for him.
It's like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
We're gonna. Hubby and I are gonna do a European vacation, 2-week vacation in June, and I'm just saying, I'm not gonna show, guys. That's
what we did last June. We went as a graduation gift for my daughter when she graduated high school. We asked her what she wanted. She's like, "Oh, I want to go to Europe. Like, I have a few spots on my dream list. I want to go." And we're like, "Okay." When my son graduated 2 years before that, we asked him where he wanted. He goes, "I want to go to Mexico." I'm like,
"Okay,
I'll send you."
Right.
So we hit London. So I got to go see Pete, and then we went to Cyprus, which was really cool. It's like an island. The way they say it's like an island south of Turkey, but I don't think it looked more like Greece. But anyway, and I got to drive there, and everything was backwards to us, right?
Yeah,
that's why we're not driving.
Drive on the left.
The food was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Later, we're still talking about it, me and my family. And then after Cyprus, we went to Greece. We went hit Athens, and then we hit Thessaloniki.
We're hitting Ireland, England, France, Switzerland, and Italy, and we're doing it by rail. So we're not driving.
Oh, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
Let somebody else drive. I suppose we should probably introduce ourselves. Everybody, my name is Barb Kjellberg. I have been an inker for 37 years, and for the past 7 years, I've also colored and written. I have my own book, Divinity, and I ink stuff for Silverline. I'm also the chief financial officer for Silverline, so I count the pennies, the beans, and over my guest tonight, Jose, is bailing us out because giving us a fourth since Kaz is ditched us for France.
I'm Jose Fuentes. I am an artist for Silverline, nowhere near as amazing as Barb, but I do my best. Inker for Cat and Mouse. I'm a penciler for Obsoletes and random covers here and there.
Me,
the venerable.
I'm Rob Davis. I've been in the industry about as long as Barb has. We figured out I might have gotten in about 6 months before she did, but close enough. Started out as a letterer, then an inker, then a penciler. Pretty much stuck with penciling because it was the better of the three that I did. Been doing that ever since. Drawn everything from Merlin in the ancient past to Kirk and Company in the Star Trek future, and all kinds of stuff in between. And recently hooked up with Silverline. I did a book called Twilight Grim for them. That's been in at Diamond before it went. Yeah. And now I'm doing the occasional cover for different books at Silverline, and we're looking at maybe doing some other work with Silverline later on. But that's my history in a nutshell. So,
last but not least, hey everybody, John Medic. I am the creator and writer of Sniper and Rook and upcoming Ripper. I've done in the past lettering, writing, no inking. Oh my God, what was I about to say? Lettering, writing, editing. I self-published for a while and decided I didn't want to spend all my money. And Roland brought me home to Silverline where I belong. So, I used to say some people like gamble their money away. Some people like drink their money away. I printed comic books. So
some people comic book they're
I think it's a much better vice to have personally. So
yeah.
Well, tonight we have one of our all-time favorite subjects, which is the round robin, where I ask the all-important questions that is on everybody's mind, and we go around.
Was I supposed to bring my mind?
No, not for this show. No.
Nope.
The first thing that pops out of your mouth.
No,
is
don't. You can't. No, you can't Google.
Might get us censored, Barb.
Can't use your brain.
So this has always been a fun one, and I ask the all-important questions that everybody is dying to know. So what we'll do is we'll start with Jose, go to Rob, go to John, and then I will finish up with my response. And these are all debate questions, just giving your opinions. All right? So there's no right answer. There's no wrong answers.
But
We're going to start with...
if there's a wrong answer, I'll find it.
We're going to start with a Silverline question. If you could live in the Silverline Trump's world or the Beyond the Stars world, which one would you choose? Jose. And why?
Beyond the Stars.
Beyond, really?
Yeah.
Why?
So Trump's is really cool. Like the concept of the story and is cool, but besides being like a huge Western fan, I am a huge sci-fi fan. And it seems more sci-fi to me, you know what I mean?
Very hard sci-fi.
Yeah. And so you incorporate like sci-fi and a, like Roman Grecian style of like clothing and armor and whatnot. I don't know, it just seems really appealing.
So you'd like to live in that world.
And laser swords.
And laser
Yeah.
John. I'm going to go with John.
Oh, you threw me off.
I know. I did. I threw myself off.
I will play El Contrarian, and I'd say Trump's.
And why is that?
Okay.
The fashion, the uniforms.
Oh,
it's just it's fabulous, and I cannot pass that up.
Oh, it's fabulous.
So totally fabulous. Yes. So Jose, I'm there with you. Love sci-fi. Before Star Wars came out, Star Trek was my thing. But along with Planet of the Apes, and then Star Wars has changed my life. But the costumes and the uniforms from Trump's.
Right. I get that.
Great designs.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
How about you, Rob?
I would Beyond the Stars because I am and the reason it's a little different is the fact that it seems like Trump's is more old-fashioned. I like to live in a more advanced society than Trump's is. Trump's is, and it's way too violent for my tastes. They're always, always battling each other. So, I mean, and it seems like there's some violence going on in Beyond the Stars. But I think I'd like living in that world better than I would in the Trump world, just because of all of the level of sophistication of the technology and such. Yeah. Final answer.
Right.
Do you need to phone a friend? Trump's for me. I like sci-fi just fine. I'm a big Star Wars and Star Trek fan, and I watch all the science fiction movies, but I love the fantasy genre best. And there's a lot of court intrigue in Trump's. I love court intrigue. That's a little kink of mine. Stories about what happens at court and stuff like that. And again, John, they do have fantastic outfits. I think I would make a great evil queen. So I would definitely
You'd be the kind-hearted one, not evil, not our Barb.
Oh no, with some of the questions she's given, the answers she's given in some of these round robins. No, she would be.
Oh, actually, the last couple of weeks, I thought she was going to say some stuff that was going to get us banned from Facebook or from YouTube.
I've done it before.
My young lady. Yeah.
So weird question. Barb, do you like political like drama stuff?
It depends. If it
Okay.
depends on what period of history.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care for current politics.
My wife is a huge fan of like Victorian England, like
Ooh, there you
history
go.
stuff, and I'm
An
like,
interesting period. Yeah.
we'll sit there and watch stuff together, and I'm just like, when's the sword fight gonna start?
Sword fight. This isn't a sword fight.
And could they
This
make them
is
out
a-
of lasers?
Right? Why are they?
Yeah, I watch a lot of historical movies.
She.
Yeah, I love historical movies.
So like Bridgerton?
Yeah,
Watch
stuff
them all.
like that.
Yeah.
Especially
Yes.
I'm half English, so I love the English history and going. I think I've probably read every book there is on every
So you're
monarch.
Swinglish?
Swinglish.
Swinglish?
Swinglish. I'm half Swedish, half English. Swinglish.
Swinglish. Mhm.
Okay. This is a food question.
Oh, here we go.
Now, I know that there are a lot of different types of pizzas out there, but you're going to have to choose between these two. There is a choice between a Russian pizza known as the makba or Moscow style pizza.
Okay.
It's a hearty, thick crust pie, typically served cold, and topped with a mix of fish, including sardines, tuna, mackerel, salmon, and red herring, and sometimes garnished with roe, which is fish eggs. That's the first pizza. The second pizza is from Japan, and it is a pizza that has eel, squid, and mayo jaga, which is mayonnaise, potatoes, and bacon mixed together. You got to pick one. You want the makba or the Japanese eel, squid, and mayo?
Japanese eel, squid, and whatever. Do I need a reason why?
Yes.
Kill me quick. That just sounds. Both of them sound nasty.
Yes, don't they?
Oh, that's so.
Yeah. I think.
I've had.
Go ahead.
Right. I've had caviar. I've had sardines, and I've lived to tell the tale. I think I could probably live eating the Russian one, but I go with the other one. Like, don't make me suffer. I'll just eat that and die. Especially with the mayo. Like, you ruin bacon with mayo.
Yeah, it's a mix of mayo, potato, mashed potato, and bacon mixed together, and then put on top of the eel and squid.
Yeah.
It doesn't say what kind of sauce it is.
It's got
saucy
I
enough.
just know it. I just know it has to be sauce.
The Moscow one is served cold. How about you, John?
Okay, so I know I say some things sometimes for shock value and to be funny and amusing and stuff, and I'm saying this in all complete honesty right now. I'm honestly trying not to retch as we're talking about this. Like, I felt it literally
On either one,
here.
right?
No, neither one. I do not eat anything that comes from the sea. Anything that comes from the water, I have no interest in. Like, no, thank you. I don't eat fish. I don't eat shrimp. I don't eat clams. I don't eat lobster. Like, none of it. So they both sound
Shellfish.
fully disgusting to me. Like, that's an abomination to like food. The mayo thing on top of it makes me want to puke even more. You know, that's just gross. But all that disgusting stuff cold sounds horrible too. So I think I'll just grab like the nearest sword, laser sword or not, mid-carry, and just be done with it, because I'm not eating either, and I don't care what my outcome's going to be because
I'm fairly certain the Japanese one would kill me. That's why I went with that.
Hoping it's a poison eel, right?
I would suffer slowly with the Russian one, but the Japanese might kill me outright.
You know, you had me going with the Russian one where it's like it's a deep pie, it's a deep crust. You know, I'm like, okay, good. Chicagoland deep dish pizza, like the only real pizza in the world. I thought you were going there, and then it was all this disgusting stuff from the water. And I'm like, oh, sweetie, no. I say the nay, and I pass on both. Thank you.
Rob?
Okay, well, you said the Japanese one has bacon on it?
has bacon in the mayo sauce. It has eel, squid,
Yeah,
and topped with this mayo jaga, which is a
I
combination of.
can't eat red meat, so I would have to go with the Russian one because my alpha gal, I can't eat red meat.
Oh, that's right. So no bacon for
So
you.
I would have to go with the
God,
Russian
how do
one.
you live?
Bacon considered
It's
red?
tough. No bacon,
No bacon.
man, that's tough. Now I have discovered
Did you
that.
go off to puke?
Yeah, probably.
Is bacon considered red meat? Because isn't pork
Yes,
considered
pork.
That's
It's
white
pork. It's
No,
pork.
that's why they said. That's why they call
But
pork
yeah,
like
it's
the other
any-
white
It's
meat.
mammals. I say
Oh,
red meat,
okay.
but it's mammal meat.
Gotcha.
I can eat fish and fowl, but I can't
So
eat
like no dead burnt animal flesh.
And at first I thought I would have to forego anything that had milk product in it, which is that's even worse. But I've discovered I can tolerate a little bit of milk products. I can drink milk.
Milk products is like
I can eat cheese so yeah. So there was a while there when I thought I couldn't eat milk products. I couldn't eat a pizza, period, because it has meat and then it has the cheese.
yeah.
And I'm sorry, the only thing left that I could eat is the red sauce and the bread. And I can't see a tomato sandwich.
That's basically
So-
a breadstick.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a breadstick, and yeah, more or less. But yeah, I found I can actually eat a milk product. So I'm hoping eventually I can get back to eating mammal meat too. So, but yeah, but no, I
You have to go with the Russian makba style.
Yeah, to be honest though, if the third choice was pineapple pizza, and I hate pineapple pizza,
You'd go
I'd
with
probably go for the pineapple
Yep.
Okay.
Colorado.
because those two sound horrid.
They
Just
they
awful.
both sound absolutely positively
Disgusting.
disgusting.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
I
If they
actually
serve that stuff in prison, people would make sure they don't go to jail.
yeah.
I mean, like let's start really thinking like the whole criminal justice like program here.
I actually like caviar.
Yeah.
But herring and mackerel and all of this cold, the cold is the deal breaker for me.
So like a red
I
herring's
have
not
to-
just a plot device.
I don't like eel. I don't like squid. I like mayo, potato, and bacon. But I'd have to go with the Japanese one, and I'd choke it down because I wouldn't be able to do cold fish on a cold pizza. Oh.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure was there caviar and roe is served cold, but
Yeah,
Yes.
cold
but not
fish-
the fish are also cold on a cold pizza.
And I've had cold fish. It's
I mean, I
depending on
eat
the
cold
temperature.
pizza all the time.
Sure.
The next
Me
morning,
too. That's great for breakfast. Yeah, perfect for breakfast.
but
right?
that's
Uh,
American pizza.
Like Gordon's beer battered fish fillets and whatnot. I'm sorry, I grew up.
Well,
on
I wouldn't eat them straight
Herring.
up, without at least heating them up first.
No,
But
no, I get
I've
them.
eaten them. I've eaten them after they've been cooked and been in the refrigerator for
They're
a
not
while
like a
and didn't-
fishsicle.
and didn't microwave or heat them back up and ate them, and they're fine.
You could
Yeah,
not
I'm
pay me
okay with
enough to
that.
eat sardines, and I know that's an
Oh, I
English
love
dish.
sardines.
Is it kippers? That's what they call it.
right?
Kippers is sardines for the
Yeah.
English, and I'm half English, but nope.
Yeah, I've done it once. I've had it once, and
They're
I was
oily.
told I wouldn't do it. I was told I wouldn't do it, and so we popped the can open and I ate it.
Yeah.
How sick were you?
Well, you
And-
live.
Young and stupid. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I did a lot of stuff when
No,
I was
when you're
young.
like, oh, dude, you won't eat this.
Well,
Well,
in the 70s, we would after a little bit of we would eat
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
You get the munchies, you'll
Get
eat
the munch-
anything.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. All right. Number 3. This is a very, very deep question.
Oh, here we go.
Would you rather have a prehensile tail or wings?
Say that again.
Would you rather have a prehensile tail, like a
What's
monkey?
that?
You know,
a tail
I
that
mean,
you
it's
can
it's yeah,
pick
it's
stuff up.
usable. You can use it to grab
Like
things.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say like crawler. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, an elephant has a prehensile trunk.
Okay.
The other
it's-
end. Yeah.
Manipulate
two.
it.
An elephant has 2 prehensile trunks.
Or wings. Jose.
Oh, see, that's a terrible question because from like
I
birth
think that's the point.
from birth until like 16 years old. All I ever wanted was wings. When I was 16, I was like,
Hi,
I'm gonna
Pops.
get wings tattooed across my back, because I wanted wings so bad, right? Like I wished and dreamed, and birthday wishes were all up. Please, Lord, let me sprout wings out of my back. I want to be able to fly, right?
You want to be Angel from the X-Men.
I absolutely did. But then from like 16 on, I wanted a prehensile tail.
Is that right?
And what would you be doing with that tail, huh?
Drawing, picking stuff up, showing people, like grabbing coffee. Like honestly, I just wanted to grab everything.
While you're drawing, you could
Right?
the tail could be handing stuff to people.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh! Like think about just
Drinking coffee with your tail while you're typing on the.
You know the dream. That's the dream. So I'm going just because of my love for them. I'm really just gonna have to settle on the prehensile tail still, because when every single one of my kids when my wife was pregnant with my kids, every time we went to get an ultrasound, the first thing I ever asked, does it have a tail?
Oh my God.
And yeah, absolutely. My wife
I'm
got
surprised your wife didn't divorce you.
Oh. she goes, you need to stop asking that. I'm like, but if they're born with a tail, they can move it around and whatnot. It'd be awesome. Yeah, none of them were born with tails. There was a bit of disappointment. So yeah, I'm gonna go tail.
You got over it pretty quick, though. I'm sure.
Yeah, I had
knowing
to.
You.
Let me stop.
John.
I'm definitely going to go tail. Couple different reasons. The tail, I think that's going to be helpful to get me closer to a level of being ambidextrous. So many times I wish I have one more hand to hold something so I can do something. Like if I'm taking things apart, like I like taking things apart is like I'm holding this, and I need something to do the screwdriver. The tail would help. But also I'm a klutz, and if you think about wings and the bones inside the wings, those wings are all hollow, or the bones in the wings are hollow. Think about, going back to Angel, as I was already thinking Warren before you even said Angel, Rob. Think about what happened.
Worthington the Third.
Yes, and I'm John Reddick the Third, so we have that in common. Yes, we do. So bringing it back to the comic book thing, think about what happened to him during the Mutant Massacre when he got, stabbed up against the wall. His wings got destroyed. I've never spent a night, knock on wood, in the hospital in my life. I've never had a broken bone. But with my klutzy ass, I would definitely probably break my wing bones. And when we're talking about the whole idea of, I pictured like what I would look like with wings, and I'd look freaking awesome because like it'd be wings. It'd go along with the costume from Trump's, just gotta say. Fabulous. But I'm picturing Alan Rickman from Kevin Smith's movie Dogma with that expansive wingspan. How the F am I supposed to drive a car with those things? I mean, I'm not going to be able to sit in a single theater seat anymore.
Well, you never saw him on him unless he snapped them out.
Right, but you didn't give us that option. You didn't say they were retractable wings.
Well, I didn't specify, so you could make.
Well, and they could be tiny wings for that matter, and useful.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna have like the little ones like Namor on his feet. No, that's not. That's just gonna get me like beat up in gym class more than I already was.
Right.
So yeah, not being able to actually maneuver
like
around.
The tail would be any different
in normal society. Well, think about Demon from Cat and Mouse, man. He's got 3 tails, and like Keith Grayson does quite well, and his own vet clinic, or at least
you could probably snap that better than you can a towel. In gym class. So
yeah. So for all those reasons, I say the tail.
John, I too am the third.
Rock on, bro. High five.
Well, I'm the third Robert, but my middle name's different. So
we'll still take it. High five, Rob.
Yeah, we'll take it.
I would go with wings. Always wanted to fly. As long as they were big enough that I could actually fly, I'd go with wings. The tail,
How do you get your pants on?
Yeah, interests me not. Yeah, well, you'd have to cut a hole in all your pants to put your tail in.
So
yeah,
the breeze would
have to put your shirt on. with tail or with wings. I mean, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the
Yeah,
other.
yeah, exactly. You'd have to have shirts that opened in the back. So yeah,
Yeah, women have all kinds of
They
those.
sell those at Hot
Sure.
Topic. All right.
Yeah.
yeah. But no, I would rather have wings because I've always wanted to fly. My favorite dreams are ones where I lean into the wind and take off. So yeah, I've always
I
wanted to
have
fly.
had flying dreams as long as I can remember.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Maybe
And
that's
I
because
still
you
do.
guys doing that stuff in the 70s.
I didn't
Yeah,
do a
that was a
lot.
different kind of flying.
Yeah, I did a little bit, not very much, because I like to be in control, and I didn't like the feeling of being out of
Yeah.
control.
Yep.
That's why I don't
But
drink.
I have always, from as
Yeah.
far back as I can remember, I've always had flying dreams. Oh, excuse me. So I'd have to go with wings because I would love to soar through the air. And the prehensile tail doesn't do anything. And fashion, oh my God. It would destroy the line of my outfits. So I know wings would too, but you can wear a halter top.
Well, but you
I don't think I could wear a halter top.
Well, you've also
Not with
seen
that
what is it, Victoria's Secret, the Victoria's Secret things where all the gals came out with
Right.
wings on.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, it can be done.
Cool. Okay, number 4. If you could have dinner with any comic book villain, who would it be? Jose.
Ooh.
Magneto.
Huh?
Magneto.
Magneto? And why is that?
Isn't Magneto Jewish?
Yes.
Love Jewish food.
There you go.
Real simple. I love
Makes
Jewish
sense to
food.
me. Makes sense to me. Oh, Pop says
Oh,
Doom. Oh, good choice, Pops.
I'd be
Yeah.
afraid that he'd tell me or blast me with a beam because I grabbed the wrong fork.
I think it would be interesting to let him talk about himself in the third person, you know.
Right, the entire time.
The entire time. Doom wants the salt, please.
Sir, you need to wait till he's done monologuing before you eat. Okay.
Yes. That's actually pretty cool. How about you, Don?
Actually, Pops took my answer. It was Doom.
Nice.
I have mad respect for Dr. Doom. Victor Von Doom is second intelligence-wise only to Reed Richards. Tony is like far third as far as I'm concerned. Sorry, Barb. I know that's your boy. But I mean, Doom, and he puts together the magic with the science. And he is a monarch. He is a ruler. Some would say a despot, but he cares about the people of Latveria. So anybody with anybody in Latveria, like he's his own extraction team, and he will take them out. So he is loyal to his subjects as long as they are loyal to him. And I think he is brilliant, and I would love to have dinner with him. And hopefully I do not transgress on anything like the wrong fork at the wrong time, because we know that he's all about the etiquette and protocol. But yeah, I would love a dinner with Dr. Doom.
Pop says dinner with a world leader. Lots of money. How about you, Rob?
Doom. Before anybody else said that, there was the image that came to my mind immediately is there's a page Jack Kirby drew with Doom before a table he's laid out for the Fantastic Four, giving them their last meal. And you look at that table, there's
huge
really good. It's a really good spread, and I'm going, I want to eat there. And I did a paper on the proper etiquette at table, so I know which fork to use and when.
So do I.
See, that's really funny. That's interesting.
But I would eat with Doom. Yeah, I would. Yeah, that's the way to go.
Hey, Rob, I
Great
think
spread.
I just found. Sorry, that voice.
Yeah.
I'll hit puberty one of these days.
Did you find that image? Did you find that image?
Yeah, I think I did just find it
He's
for you.
standing there with his chest puffed out, and he's looking down. Yeah. See if you can share it, because it's
This.
Well, that's it. That's the one. That's the one.
Sorry, it's Pinterest.
Yeah.
I hate Pinterest.
Yeah, me too.
So, yeah. So
Yeah,
dinner
wow.
Dr. Dean.
Yeah, I've
He
saved
got his
that on my
chefs
Pinterest
and
page.
everything.
Yep. He's standing there.
Cool. Well,
Dr. Doom wedding comic. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to check that out.
Pop says great minds. Yeah, great minds think
Yep.
alike. I would have to go with Loki.
Ooh,
The
yeah.
trickster.
Maybe I could talk him out of an apple of Idun.
Yeah, there you go.
But I mean, just think of the exotic dishes that he would have. You know, I may not like all of them, like roast boar, but
He's not going to give you that Russian pizza.
yes, no Russian pizza. This is definitely for. But
no,
I would
him, he
think of
might.
think of the conversation that you could have with that guy,
Yes. Yeah.
and just listen to his megalomania, much like Doom.
Right.
You know, I have read a book called How to Make Friends and Influence People by Andrew Carnegie.
My son
read
had to
that.
read that for a class. He still complains about it.
I read that a long time ago, and one of the things it always says is don't talk too much about yourself, but ask questions of the person
Yep.
that you want to make friends with, because people love to talk about themselves. And you get
Mhm.
somebody like Doom or Loki who's narcissistic. You know, all you have to do is ask him a few
Ask-
leading questions, and man, oh man, the stories they
Yep.
would go on about
And you
right
can
there.
eat while they're monologuing. So yep.
Pontificating.
Mhm.
Exactly. Pop says, I would not want to piss Thor off. I thought that too, but LOL. All right. What is something most people wouldn't believe about you? We're going to go opposite direction this time. We're going to start with Rob.
Oh my God, I have to think about this.
What is something that most people would not think about you, believe about you? Like, did you
I
ever?
don't know. I'm pretty
ballet?
open with what kind of person I am, and I can't think of something that's off the beaten track.
Well, something
that-
that you did. Maybe something that you did that's pretty far out there.
I could say something that happened to me
Okay.
that's pretty far out there. I was arrested for rape.
That's something I would not believe.
I didn't do it, but
Well,
I was
obviously.
arrested for it. Yeah, I was arrested for rape. Yeah, they put the cuffs on me and the whole bit. They didn't take me downtown. They finally decided to let me go, and I went in the next morning and had a picture taken for a lineup for the person who'd been raped. But they actually showed me a composite drawing of the perpetrator, and it was pretty close.
Wow.
It looked a lot like me, so I could see why they. Plus, I know what happened. I had a nosy neighbor that was very deep into the fundamentalist, and this is during my 70s hippie era, and so they thought I was a demon, so they turned me into the cops for when they heard about this particular thing, because I looked a little like this person. But yeah,
Oh my God.
I was.
Did they ever
Yeah, I
catch the
was
person? I
actually-
hope.
I don't know if they did or not, and I don't care. I had nothing more to do with it. A few months later, I even moved away from that town that I lived in. So I got the heck out of there. In the type of lifestyle I was living at that point, once you get on the cops' radar, you're done. You're done.
Yeah. Your name will pop up for everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I decided to move away.
How about you, John?
Something that people probably would not believe or guess is I'm actually I'm horrifically level of an introvert. And on the show, everybody thinks, yeah, I know, I see the eyes. No, oh my God, he doesn't shut up. Oh my God, he thinks he's so funny. Oh my God, he always interjects.
Well, I am pretty much the same. I had to learn to be an extrovert.
Yeah, I had to teach
That's
myself.
exactly
Artists
it.
usually are. Creatives are usually introverts.
When I first started teaching back in 1996, full time, and I student taught in 95, you cannot be a good teacher and an introvert at the same time. They just do not work. So I basically wound up with like a superhero persona. I was Teacher John, that was outgoing and charming and everything like I try to do here.
Fake it till you make
tell
it.
me whether or not I'm successful. But it would burn me out. And so like after 5.5 hours, when I'd come home, I'd go downstairs to the computer room. I would veg out for the rest of the night because I'd be so exhausted, and then rinse and repeat and do it again the next day. So yeah, as much as I have my, cherub-like little self here, and I'm always, so funny and hopefully quick with the wit to some degree, inside I'm really a mess of nerves and really a big introvert.
Most creatives are. You have to teach yourself to network,
Still
impress the flesh, and go out and sell yourself. And you're a nervous wreck the whole time.
And it's still a struggle. I mean, I'm 52 years old. I'm going to be 53 next month. And there's people I need to reach out to I haven't talked to for a long time. And then I haven't talked to them. And then it gets longer. And then I'm afraid to like reach out again. And people scare me. That's my own doing.
It's awkward because you like, I should have reached out sooner.
Yeah. How about you, Jose?
It makes you procrastinate.
Yeah.
It makes you procrastinate being an
It's a nasty cycle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot of big stuff, but people are shocked, and they have like looked at me shocked to know that I don't speak Spanish.
Because your name.
Yeah. Because I have gone to like doctor's office with the kids and whatnot, and then they'll be like, they'll come out with a translator right out the gate, just start speaking in Spanish. I'm like, want this?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't need you. Just take us back. Right. I get the whole cop thing. I got pulled over. Well, my wife got pulled over driving through Mississippi. We were on our way to a youth conference, and they pulled her over, looked in the driver's side window, came all the way around to the other side, pulled me out of the car, and told me they were going to arrest me because they had a bench warrant for me from New York. I'd never stepped foot in New York in my life at that point.
Oh my God.
Since then, I have obviously several times, but yeah, at that point, like I was like, no, you don't. He's like, oh, are you calling me a liar? I was like, no, I'm not. I'm just telling you your information's wrong. Like, there's no way I have a bench warrant in New York. It's like, why is that? I've never been to New York in my life, ever. Like, I'm from Indiana.
And you have no Hispanic accent whatsoever.
I know, right?
There's no hint of it. The only hint is your last name.
I grew up like when I was young, up until about 8 years old, I grew up around my family in South Bend, Indiana, and it was a very Hispanic part of South Bend. South Bend's not a big town, but like in that area, I pretty much knew everybody on the block, like within the couple blocks, right? Because I'm probably related to most of them. So I had a little bit more of an accent, but by that point, my parents got divorced and we moved to Plymouth, Indiana, which, and I don't say this in a bad way, but there were 5 Mexican kids at my school, and I was one of them, and that's it. The rest of the town, the rest of the high school and middle school were all white kids. Like, we got one black family.
A lot of crackers at your school.
That moved in my junior year. They stayed for about 3 months and left.
See, I come from a very tiny Midwestern Iowa town that is just the opposite. It is over 50% Latino.
Which town?
Ooh.
West Liberty, Iowa.
I know where that's at.
You do?
I lived in Ames. Oh, not Ames. I'm sorry. I lived in Hastings.
Okay. Yeah. West Liberty is over 50% Latino. The town I was raised in.
Wow. I would not have known that. Yeah. That's an interesting little fact.
Well,
Jose,
it has a turkey processing plant.
Okay, you're down in Florida? Because I'm in Illinois. Mm-hmm. So I was like, if you were still in Indiana, I was like, I'd be kind of like central between you and Barb, but nope.
Yeah.
All right.
I used to drive from Plymouth, Indiana to Hastings, Iowa to pick up my daughter. When it was my turn to have my daughter, I would drive both ways, like, you know what I mean, on my own.
I-80.
Yeah, I-80 indeed.
I live right off I-80, kids. Come on by.
I made a 12-hour trip in 8 hours, and my ex-father-in-law told me I better never do that again. It was Christmas Eve. There was nobody on the highway. It was barely any snow out, and I'm just driving, flipping through radio stations at the time because we didn't have XM or anything like that back in the day. But flipping through radio stations because I wanted to hear Christmas songs, and that's it. Because I had my wife and my ex-wife now, but my wife and my daughter were already there, and I had to work until all the way up until Christmas Eve. So as soon as Christmas, like the morning of Christmas Eve, I took off. And I was flying and didn't even realize how fast I was going because I told them, I was like, hey, I'm on my way. And then
did you get stopped? Did you not get stopped?
No, not at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Wow. Just like not even thinking about it.
I used to make it from West Liberty to Ames, Iowa in 2.5 hours, which is really booking.
Ames, Iowa is where I met my my ex-wife when we first met.
Yeah, I went to Iowa State, and West Liberty has got an exit on I-80. Yes, that's why you recognize it when it's 5 miles off of it. Let me see something about myself. I am a blue belt in karate.
Ooh.
But I haven't practiced for many, many years. We went as a family when the kids were young. We all went and learned karate. It was good, very good exercise. And the only time I ever got into a scuffle, I never used it. I was dropping my son off at a football camp when he was like 12, 13 years old. The football camp was at the high school. And we pulled up. I'm in shorts and barefoot. And we pull up and there's just two massive football senior players just going at it right in front of us in the parking lot. And for some reason, it just pissed me off. So I jumped out of the car in my bare feet on the hot pavement. I stalk over there. I grab them by the ears. You stop this right now. It's like, and I've got their ears and they're going, hey. Like, and I was like, God, crazy lady. I'm like, you stop this. You're fighting in front of my son. You set a better example for him. And they're like, geez, okay. They ran. But I had them by the ears. I mean, the old fashioned, grab them by the earlobes. And they ran off.
That hurts.
Oh,
yeah.
That hurts. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm a
blue
lot of
belt. Nerves right there.
Yeah.
Barb did some real life superheroing.
Yes. I have a temper. Yep.
I don't. Well, that's not true. I've realized that I do, but I used to like just pressure cook all my anger and feelings for like the longest time. And people, like, even when my wife and I first got together, like, my wife, because she came from an abusive relationship beforehand, she would like push my buttons, like she purposely, because she was accustomed to that's how he would show attention to her. So she would start pushing my buttons. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you need to stop. Like, let's talk about this, right? She's like, well, no, blah, blah. And one time I was in the kitchen and she got mad at me about something, and it was very trivial. And I turned around and she slapped me. And I'm like, and I walked outside, like just calmly walked out the door. And she's like, to this day, she'll tell you, she's like, I thought he was leaving me forever. Like, I thought that was the end of our marriage. And I was like, why would you think that? He's like, because you just walked, you didn't say nothing. Like, your face didn't change. It was like flat, and you took off, you left. I was like, yeah, I went for a walk. Like,
my first marriage was abusive, and same thing. I would try to push Dick's buttons, and he just simply refused to fight with me.
Yeah.
Well, I sit there, laugh at me, and I'm like, so finally, he broke me of the habit. We've never fought. We've never had it. We've never raised our voices.
We haven't either.
Okay.
Had an argument. Yeah.
Number six. Silverline has a comic book called Trumps, based on a card game. What other card games would make a cool comic book? Jose. What other card games would make a cool comic book?
What's Trump's based off? I thought it was based off of euchre.
I think so.
Which I've never played. I don't even know the rules. So
rules are I usually lose. I could probably see Texas Hold'em, which is like a form of a variation of poker. I could see
Well,
Texas Hold'em as
make it a Western too.
yeah, I can absolutely see that. Roland, write these down.
Yeah. John.
I'm not very card game knowledgeable. So like the first thing that popped in my head was War, and that's pretty much easy.
We used to play that all the time.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh shit, Go Fish. That could be like cheesy as hell.
Oh yeah, that would be a comedy.
To write. So like, you know, some people at like a fishing expo or a competition that turns out like assassinations and stuff. I was like, I could do something with that. You know, and they're fishing out body parts. I don't know. I could do something with it.
Fishing for body parts. You are bizarre, John.
Thank
which
you.
Makes you a good which makes you a great writer. How about you, Rob?
Magic the Gathering.
Oh, well, that's already a card. I mean, isn't that?
Acclaim.
I think it even has. I think it has had a comic book. But
yeah, Acclaim put out comics back in the days.
The whole plan. It's a fantasy.
Wasn't Dagon Blackblade part of the Magic Gathering?
I don't know, but possibly. My son played the game. I did. I never played it, but
I did that.
From what I've seen of it, it would make a great comic book series.
I think Dagon Blackblade was part of the Magic Gathering universe, and I did that comic with Rags Morales.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Yep.
I love Rags.
Yep, that's quite possible. Yep. But that immediately came to mind. I go, well, yeah.
All right.
That's a duh.
Solely based on the name, I went with Pinochle.
I almost said Pinochle.
My parents and I have no clue.
It's just such a bizarre name, Pinochle. It's
right?
Pinochle, but
I've
never played it.
No,
but I looked it up,
either.
and it's actually kind of cool because it's got 2 teams of 2, so you've got the good guys and the bad guys. And you do things like melding, where you meld your decks and like, okay, meld the powers together. They become like, what is that? Power Rangers. You have a Power Ranger powers, and you
Forever
have
People, where they made the Infinity Man with their mother box.
Yeah. So I think
it's the fusion.
Yes.
Fusion.
And you have the Pinochle, which is the Queen of Spades, and the Jack of Diamonds, and you have a marriage between the King and the Queen. And you have a run of suits, and you could do something with that, and especially the merge,
Well,
the melding.
Thought than I did,
but I like the name Pinochle.
Right,
that's just a silly name. All right, Jose.
Yes.
What hobby would you get into if money and time weren't an issue?
Ooh.
Money and time weren't an issue. That's a valid question. A hobby?
A hobby. So you like collect Rolexes or something if money wasn't an issue.
I mean, I already collect Transformers, and money and time.
All the
that. So
you could get deeper into that, huh?
Right? I'm like,
yeah, because then you could build a whole. If you had the money, you could build a little museum for all your stuff.
Maggie Thompson has got a climate-controlled large storage unit just for her comics.
That's pretty
ballsy. Validate that.
Yeah, she was a guest, and she's talking about
That's
it. That's
wild.
I just saw her this past weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, she was a great guest. By the way.
That's probably my final answer. I would probably expand my Transformer collection.
There you go.
Yeah.
Make it the world's best Transformer collection.
I collect them all. I'm working on it.
How about you, John?
All right. So
giant ones.
I was trying to think. I was like, okay, so like, comics got some original art, got some. I was like, okay, but then it hit. So in my life, I need, if anyone wants to like throw me some money towards this, I'm not just talking like people here. I'm talking like all of our viewers and listeners. I need a DeLorean. I need a DeLorean before I die. I've always loved the DeLorean way before Back to the Future. Not that hurt by any means. So I'm like, you know what? Car collecting. If Jay Leno could do it, I can do it. And I was like, you know what? But screw just cars. I don't know how to ride a motorcycle, but I want a Tron friggin' light cycle. So it's like, okay, let's move it into motor vehicles or
Genre
or
car
associated. So let me
Yeah.
get my DeLorean and a Bricklin, which was a Canadian car that came out in the 70s, very DeLorean-esque with gull-wing doors, very cool. Everybody check it out. But then I could get my Batmobile replica. I could get my General Lee from Dukes of
Ooh.
Hazzard. I could get my Tron light cycle. I could get a knockoff of the motorcycle that the Cool Rider from Grease 2 had, because we know Grease 2 is much better than the original. It's like all these, yeah. Jose, everybody gives me that reaction. If anybody remembers a cheesy TV show from the 80s that was a knockoff of Tron called Automan, the guy had a Lamborghini that was like tricked out with like neon light. Like I could get my Automan Lambo. I want to have a collection if time and money is no object.
It isn't. And Pops actually just stuns me because I would never have guessed he was a golf type player.
golfer. I wouldn't have either.
Would not have associated golfing with Pops.
I want to see a picture of Pops with like the golfing hat and like the plaid pants and whatnot.
Hanging
Like,
out on Mar-a-Lago.
with a little puff on the top of the hat.
that poster of like Larry, Moe, and Curly and whatnot wearing golf outfits from like, was it the 1920s and 30s and whatnot? I want to see Pops all dolled out like that. Come on, Pops, get us that picture. We have to have it.
All right, Rob.
Model railroading.
Model railroading. Wait,
I have a small layout that I haven't done anything with in years. In fact, the plan is to eventually just kind of scrape everything I've done off and start over again. But it's buried under a bunch of stuff right now. But if money were no object, I'd hire somebody to build it for me.
Like the diorama, like the landscape and everything.
Well, yeah. I'd have several and have a bunch of trains and stuff and run it like a real railroad. Buy a big building to put it in, so you've got this huge railroad to play with. Yeah, that's what I do.
Deck out the building like a train station.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be a hobby farmer.
Oh,
If
yeah.
I had unlimited money, I would buy myself 40 acres and put myself off the grid with completely sustainable solar panels, and I'd have my animals and my garden, and I would can, and I'd have a stream going through it or something like that. And of course, all of this costs a tremendous amount of money. Just to sink a well, I don't know if you guys have had a well dug
About
lately.
$3,000, $3,000 to $5,000.
Oh, much more than that.
Depends on where you are.
Yeah.
That's what we were quoted to sink a well in my other part of my land, because we have a half acre and our house is on 1 acre and whatnot. The other acre is where my chickens are. They have a whole quarter acre for themselves, and
Your chickens have their own acre, huh?
their own quarter acre. Yeah. The turkeys share my backyard with me. They really own the backyard, but
I'd have a hobby farm where I could have the illusion of being self-sufficient. I have been self-sufficient in my life, way back when we were poor. But I like that feeling, but you know what? It takes a lot of money to be self-sufficient. People say, "Oh, let's get a few
You got to have
backyard
the
chickens."
infrastructure. The infrastructure is the expensive part. Yeah, you got to
People
have
say,
all
"Well,
the stuff.
we'll get half a dozen chickens, and we'll make up for it by having all of our eggs for free."
It's not free.
They ain't free. Their chickens are a lot of work.
A lot of work, a lot of money. I'd have a couple of hired hands, to help me play.
I have 7 chickens right now. I had 10, and then for whatever reason, sickness or whatever, I've lost a couple here and there. One got squished by my turkey. It was when the turkeys were with the chickens. One happy, just big booty turkey decided to squeeze herself through the chicken coop door to get in there, and then went to go lay an egg in there and squished our little chicken. Pops!
Yes, Pops!
Where's the outfit?
All right, Pops is gone. Pops is here.
I'm gonna have to switch studios to play a video for you.
Okay.
Okay, and then we'll switch back. But I got to switch to a different studio.
Okay.
This is better than a picture. Okay. Oh, is it not going to let
video.
me switch studios? I might have to refresh. I'll be right.
All right. Is Pops about to make my day?
Yeah,
Could be.
apparently
Like
he's
something
got
for
some
Christmas.
golfing video. Oh, that's who did that? I didn't.
Must be Pop's messing around. There he is. Now we're in the theater.
The theatre.
Yeah, take me off of.
That's the background. He changed the background.
We're
on
getting-
it.
Yeah, he moved us to a different one entirely.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Are you?
Yes.
Please.
Yes,
Please. Dante, you guys know Dante, right?
yes.
Okay, Dante. Last year, the day before the Holly Heroes Comic Con, Mr. Fringe came down, the lead vocalist of the Lunatics Fringe. And
Okay.
him and I went and played golf in character. I was Dante and he was Mr. Fringe. And we played
Oh
a
my
whole
God.
round of golf. We had Brad Arney out there as a cameraman. The people at the golf course were really cool to us and let us just,
So
I told
this
him
is
we
some,
went-
yeah.
I
Okay.
told him when we went in the golf, the clubhouse, I like, look, we're going to be like waving a lot of people through. We're going to be like filming. We're going to be having fun out there. And they were like, oh, go ahead. No problem. So this is Mr. Fringe and I think this is on the green. He's getting ready to putt. Okay. The Meg got T. Not that one. It's this one.
Come on.
Now listen closely to what he says now. Watch. This is great. This is good stuff. Well, first you got to watch me sink my putt. Then you get to hear what he said. Okay?
Okay.
Oh yeah,
All right. Now the pressure's on.
Dante can putt. Nobody knew that, right? So here's Mr. Fringe again.
I call it in.
He calls it in. He misses. He misses again. That's me on the golf course. That's pretty much how he plays.
Expensive. Could be an expensive hobby too.
It is a very expensive hobby. That's why.
Yeah, just the
Not as
just the
expensive
club
as
is
owning a
lot of money.
boat, but it gets up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends on how much you play.
This is
Okay,
true.
it's
Yes.
ridiculous when if you go out, like some of my friends play 2 rounds a day sometimes.
Oh no. Mm.
You know what I mean?
But-
It's like,
Well,
well,
if
we
you
played-
belong to like a country club, then you get
yeah, you just
your
got to pay
greens
that
fees are
$2,000 once a year.
yeah. But my dad was a golfer, and he did business on the golf course. He was
Exactly.
a salesman,
This
so
is
he
one
did a
of
lot
the-
of business on that. So he had and he loved to play golf anyway. So it just kind of dovetailed for him.
people
And
don't
it was a
understand.
tax write-off.
The
Oh.
biggest deals in the world are made on golf courses.
Yeah, you bet. You bet.
They really
people
are.
are playing-
People don't understand, but that's where the money is.
Mhm.
You know,
We probably
I
play
love
once a year.
hanging out. And the first business I owned, it was like I basically set it up so that I didn't have to do anything except play golf.
Well played. No pun intended.
There you go.
Well, I mean, it was like my partner wanted to come on, man, we got to do the manufacturing and all this and that. And I'm like, no, we don't. We can hire that shit out. All we got to do is fill orders, bro. We got to give them something they want and then fill the order. We don't have to do anything else. I could be on the golf course. Somebody can call and say,
The
I need 10 of
middleman
those.
is the
I call
middleman
my
is the
dude and
money
say, I need 10 of those, right? It's like that's
The
That was my
middleman is the moneymaker.
You
That's how
got-
it works. Salesman.
you got to. You just, and it was fun. But I want to show one more of those real quick because this is the one I use as a promo. The Meg.TV, bro, because that's where it's at, yo.
That's where it's at, yo.
That's great. Yeah, man.
That's Dante. And like I said, we was in character all day. We had so much fun doing that. And then the next day we went to Hall of Heroes Comic Con in character as well. And had a blast at the con. So, you guys have seen me do Ozzy at the con. You see me do all kinds of crazy stuff, man. That's the funnest part of this for me is the live events. It's not the network. Look, I have a good time running the network and doing all this, but going to the live events and hanging out with other people that love the stuff I love, that's
We
where
just
it's-
did a show in Green Bay over the weekend, and that's the first time I've been to a show in Green. I've been to Green Bay, but that's the first time I've done a show in Green Bay, and it was. We'll go back, absolutely.
Oh, well, you got to let me know. I'll tell Mike Barron. You'll go up there.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a Packers fan. He'd love to go to. He'd probably love to do a con in Green Bay. You know, he does Milwaukee. He does other cons in Wisconsin.
I know he does shows.
He's from Wisconsin, isn't he?
Yes. I used to go over to his house all the time. Oh, I have stories.
I don't know,
I'll bet.
I don't know if y'all know, but he's doing an exclusive Madness show just on Roku now.
Really?
That's the only place you can see it. It's called Barkwire, and Mike is the host, and you can only see that show on the Madness Roku channel. That's the only place. So,
awesome.
You know, we're trying to do some stuff to move the viewers around. We got you guys on Pill tonight, too, which usually I can't do because First Impressions is on at the same time, and I give you guys Rumble, and I give them guys Pill. Tonight, you get to be on both because they're not doing a show tonight. So, you know, I'd love to spread the audience, pass you guys around to different audiences. Just try
so
to
they got to see a round robin.
Right.
Don't forget to talk about Silverline Comics before you end the show, though, right?
No, yes. Yeah, we ended a Kickstarter. We ended a crowdfunder here last week, and it went great. We funded it fully, so I wanted to thank everybody who participated in that and helped us out. It was a great success, and our next one will be coming up soon. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it'll be coming up soon. We do one every 2 months.
Yeah, and it's cool. So if y'all ain't down with Silverline, go over to Fund My Comic. They got a storefront there with all their stuff. Because that's what you're supposed to do, guys. If you got a whole bunch of stuff, go set up a storefront on Fund My Comic.
Yes.
You can put all your stuff there.
Silverlinecomics.com.
It's just easy. It's easy that way.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, we have used up our time. I didn't get to all my questions, but I'll save it for the next round robin. I usually do one of these about it once every 3 months, where I just ask all the important questions of the day, like, is it better to be a pirate or a ninja? You know,
there are no shows behind you. There are no shows behind you, and if your people are not in a hurry to leave, you can go ahead and finish up asking questions. I'm gonna get out of here because I'm the one that dragged you out. So, I'm putting you back
thanks,
in the
Pops.
studio, though.
Thanks, Bob.
Ben says, "Hail, Pops! Hello, Silverline panel. Hey, Ben.
What's up, Ben? Long time no see, man. Got to get you out on the show soon. All right, let's see if I can get you back in your studio.
There we go.
Well done.
Yay.
There you go. All right. Bye.
Bye, Pops.
Were we
are
just
gonna wrap.
transported?
Yeah,
We just had some weird sci-fi shit happen, didn't we?
I know. It was like warp
Told
speed.
you, Pops is the wizard behind the curtain.
Beam me up, Scotty. All right, but we are going to close it up because I'm tired.
It's late for us here. That's definitely
us
late
old
for Jose. He's on the east coast.
I am.
Yep. And us old folks, I know Rob is older than I am. I turn 67 this Friday.
I don't believe it.
I'll just
72 this summer.
I don't believe that either.
I turned.
I hope I'm that spry at that age. You guys have some wonderful energy.
Life's been good to me so far.
Yeah,
I don't feel it, but age is just a number. And comics keeps me young. It keeps me, especially when I go to shows and stuff like that, it keeps me involved, keeps me talking to people. It really does keep me young. So anyway, thank you, Jose, for filling out our roster tonight. It would have been a pretty bad round robin if there was just 2 or 3 of us.
Yep.
Thank you for having
More
me.
fun that way. More the merrier.
Yes. Feel free to come back next time we have a round robin because I have some questions I didn't even get to. Like, Reboots versus retcons. Are ghosts real? Is it better to be a pirate or a ninja? Should we have a sarcasm font? Things like that. I have lots of good questions. I
wish we'd
ask.
gotten to the sarcasm font. Yeah. Yeah.
We will next time.
Right.
Cool.
Because I saved whatever questions I don't get to this time, I save for the next round. I start off with those.
It's less research you have to do for the next one.
Right.
That's right. Thanks a lot, folks, for tuning in. I hope you had a little bit of fun tonight in our crazy zany round robin, which had just a bunch of random shit. So thanks again.
And insightful.
Yes.
Right.
And it's cool. Well, yes, it is insightful.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Send me money for my DeLorean.
Yes.
Right.
And as we like
fun.
as we like to say here on Wednesday nights, as we close out the show, make mine
Silverline.
Hey, this is Paul Pelletier. Make mine Silverline. Is that okay, Roland?